Ladies and gentlemen, fear has one main weapon: intimidation. It thrives when you hide from it. The more you run, the stronger it gets. If you want to kill fear, the first step is to confront it. Look it in the eye. Fear feeds off of avoidance, so stop giving it the fuel it needs. Confront what you're afraid of, because once you face it, you realize it's not as big or as bad as you thought. Fear, at its core, is an emotional response designed to protect us from perceived danger. It can be a useful survival mechanism when faced with real, immediate threats. However, in most modern situations, fear is more often an obstacle than a safeguard. It paralyzes us, distorts reality, and holds us back from achieving our full potential. To effectively deal with fear, we must understand that it grows stronger the more we avoid it. This avoidance creates a mental loop where fear becomes inflated, distorting our perception of the challenge ahead. To break this cycle, the first step is to face your fear head-on. In psychology, this concept is known as exposure therapy, a technique where individuals gradually expose themselves to the things that frighten them. By doing so, they desensitize their emotional response to fear, gradually reducing its power. When you repeatedly face your fear, the brain begins to recognize that the threat it once perceived is not as dangerous as originally thought. The brain rewires itself to disassociate fear with that particular situation or object. Furthermore, when you face fear, it allows you to move from the emotional part of your brain, the amygdala, where fear responses are triggered, into the logical part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thinking. By confronting fear directly, you give yourself the opportunity to assess the situation clearly and objectively. This shift allows you to ask key questions: is this really dangerous? Or is it just uncomfortable? What's the worst that can happen? More often than not, you'll realize that your fear was based on exaggerated scenarios and what-ifs rather than actual threats. Another critical point in facing fear is that it builds self-efficacy, the belief in your own ability to overcome challenges. Every time you stand up to fear, no matter how small the act, you strengthen your inner confidence. This is essential because fear thrives on doubt and uncertainty. When you prove to yourself that you can handle uncomfortable or challenging situations, you weaken fear's hold on you for the future. To sum up, confronting fear head-on isn't just about getting through a tough moment. It's about rewiring your brain, breaking the cycle of avoidance, and building resilience. By facing your fears directly, you stop fear from controlling you and take the first step toward mastering it. The fear of failure is one of the most common and paralyzing fears that people face. It's rooted in the belief that making mistakes or not succeeding will lead to embarrassment, disappointment, or a sense of inadequacy. However, what many people fail to realize is that failure is an essential part of the learning process. Educationally speaking, failure is not the opposite of success, it is a critical step toward it. In the context of learning, cognitive scientists emphasize that mistakes are powerful teaching tools. When you fail, your brain receives immediate feedback about what didn't work, which creates an opportunity for adjustment and improvement. This concept is supported by trial and error learning, where learners attempt a task, evaluate their performance, and try again with a refined approach. The process allows for deeper understanding and skill development as the brain becomes more adept at identifying strategies that lead to success. In this way, failure is a form of feedback, not a final judgment. It's also important to note the psychological aspect of failure. Psychologist Carol Dweck's research on mindset highlights the importance of how individuals view their ability to grow from failure. Those with a fixed mindset tend to see failure as a reflection of their inherent abilities, believing that if they fail, it's because they lack the talent or intelligence. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset understand that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. They see failure as an opportunity to learn, grow, and ultimately improve their performance. By adopting a growth mindset, you reframe failure as a necessary step toward mastery, rather than something to be feared. Furthermore, history is filled with examples of individuals who experienced repeated failures before achieving greatness. Inventor Thomas Edison famously failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. His response to failure was not to give up, but to view each failed attempt as one step closer to success. He's often quoted as saying, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset illustrates that failure, far from being a dead end, is part of the path to innovation and achievement. In educational settings, students are encouraged to adopt a resilient approach to failure by viewing it as part of the learning process. Similarly, in life and career, failure should be viewed not as a sign of inadequacy, but as an opportunity for growth. Those who allow the fear of failure to dictate their actions tend to avoid challenges altogether, limiting their potential for success. This avoidance reinforces the fear, creating a vicious cycle where the fear of failure leads to inaction, which in turn ensures failure through missed opportunities. In summary, fear of failure is paralyzing because it tricks us into believing that mistakes define us. But in reality, failure is simply feedback. It's a necessary component of growth, learning, and success. The key is to embrace failure, analyze it, and use it as a stepping stone toward achieving greater things. Confidence is a crucial component of success, but it's often misunderstood. Many people think confidence comes naturally, or that it's something you either have or don't have. However, educational research shows that confidence is not an inherent trait. It's a skill that can be developed through practice and deliberate effort. In fact, confidence grows as a result of repeated actions and positive reinforcement, particularly when you step outside of your comfort zone and tackle challenges that scare you. One of the key elements of confidence is self-efficacy, a term coined by psychologist Albert Bandura. Self-efficacy refers to your belief in your ability to succeed in specific situations or accomplish a task. It's not about having blind faith in yourself, but rather having realistic confidence based on past experiences of overcoming obstacles. Studies have shown that individuals with high self-efficacy are more likely to take on challenging tasks, persist in the face of difficulty, and bounce back after setbacks. They don't rely on external validation but have an internal belief in their capabilities. In educational environments, students often build confidence through scaffolded learning, where they are given tasks that gradually increase in difficulty. As they master smaller challenges, they gain the belief that they can handle more complex ones. This method of gradually building confidence through experience is something that can be applied to all areas of life. By starting small and achieving incremental wins, you prove to yourself that you are capable of taking on more significant challenges. This is the same strategy used by athletes, musicians, and professionals in all fields who practice deliberately to strengthen their skills and confidence over time. Moreover, confidence is not about the absence of fear, rather, it's about acting despite fear. This idea is supported by cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, a psychological approach that helps individuals manage their thoughts and behaviors. CBT teaches that our thoughts influence our feelings and actions, and by changing how we think, we can change how we feel. When it comes to confidence, the key is to challenge self-limiting beliefs and replace them with more empowering ones. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm going to fail at this task," a confident person might think, "This is challenging, but I have the skills and resources to figure it out." By consistently reframing negative thoughts, you can train your brain to approach challenges with confidence rather than fear. Another important aspect of confidence is body language. Research in social psychology, particularly the work of Amy Cuddy, has shown that adopting power poses, expansive, open postures can actually increase feelings of confidence and reduce stress. This is because our body language not only reflects how we feel, but can also influence how we feel. Standing tall, making eye contact, and speaking clearly are physical manifestations of confidence that can, in turn, reinforce mental confidence. These small, deliberate actions send signals to your brain that you are in control and capable of handling the situation, which reduces fear and increases self-assurance. Finally, building confidence involves stepping into situations that are uncomfortable. The process of desensitization, gradually exposing yourself to the things that make you anxious, helps you realize that you can handle more than you initially thought. This principle is backed by psychological studies on exposure therapy, where individuals are repeatedly exposed to their fears in a safe, controlled manner until the fear subsides. Confidence grows when you intentionally face situations that challenge you, proving to yourself that fear is not an insurmountable barrier. In essence, confidence isn't something you wait to feel, it's something you cultivate through action. It's built through self-efficacy, positive thought patterns, intentional body language, and the willingness to face discomfort. By practicing confidence daily, you weaken the hold fear has on you and strengthen your belief in your own capabilities. The influence of the people around us is profound, and when it comes to overcoming fear, surrounding yourself with courageous, positive individuals can make all the difference. This concept is rooted in social learning theory, developed by psychologist Albert Bandura, which emphasizes that we learn behaviors by observing and imitating others. In the context of fear, being around people who model bravery and resilience teaches us, both consciously and subconsciously, how to adopt those traits ourselves. One of the reasons why surrounding yourself with courageous people is effective in killing fear is due to the phenomenon of social contagion. Social contagion refers to the way emotions and behaviors spread from one person to another. If you are constantly surrounded by people who are fearful, anxious, or pessimistic, their attitudes will likely rub off on you. On the other hand, if you are in the company of individuals who face challenges head-on, take risks, and demonstrate confidence, their behaviors and mindset can positively influence you. You begin to absorb their courage, and in turn, your own ability to manage fear grows stronger. This idea also connects to the concept of peer influence in education and psychology. Research shows that individuals are heavily influenced by the norms and behaviors of their peer group. If you're in an environment where your peers set high standards for facing fears, you're more likely to rise to that standard. This is especially relevant in academic settings, where students who are surrounded by high-achieving, motivated peers often perform better themselves. The same principle applies to fear when you're in a circle of brave individuals. You internalize that bravery as part of the group's norm, and fear becomes less of an obstacle. Furthermore, studies on emotional support networks indicate that the people around us provide more than just an example to follow. They offer crucial emotional and psychological support when facing fear. Courageous people help you reframe fearful situations, reminding you of your strengths and encouraging you to take risks. They act as a safety net, so when fear arises, you know you're not alone. This sense of support reduces feelings of isolation, which can often amplify fear. Knowing that someone else believes in your ability to overcome fear can increase your own confidence and willingness to take action. Surrounding yourself with courageous people also impacts your self-perception. According to the self-categorization theory, we define ourselves in part based on the groups to which we belong. If you identify with a group of individuals who are confident and fearless, you start to see yourself in the same light. This process of identification with a courageous peer group elevates your own sense of identity, pushing you to act in ways that are consistent with the group's values, namely, to face and conquer fear. In educational and professional settings, mentors and role models are crucial in shaping behavior. These individuals, whether teachers, supervisors, or colleagues, can model the behaviors needed to face fear and take on challenges. The impact of mentorship has been well documented in educational psychology, where mentees often mirror the attitudes, work ethic, and perseverance of their mentors. Similarly, having a mentor or role model who consistently demonstrates courage can inspire you to approach fear in the same way. They provide a real-life example of what it looks like to overcome fear, and their success serves as proof that fear can be managed and conquered. Finally, it's important to note the positive reinforcement that comes from surrounding yourself with courageous people. When you take a step to confront fear, these individuals will often celebrate your bravery and provide encouragement. Positive reinforcement strengthens the likelihood of repeating a behavior, so when your courageous actions are validated by those around you, it becomes easier to continue facing fear in the future. In sum, surrounding yourself with courageous people isn't just about being in good company, it's about leveraging social learning, peer influence, emotional support, and positive reinforcement to transform how you respond to fear. The attitudes and behaviors of those around you play a significant role in shaping your own mindset, and by immersing yourself in an environment of bravery, you empower yourself to overcome fear. Taking action is one of the most effective ways to combat fear. Often, fear paralyzes individuals, leading to inaction and avoidance of challenging situations. This response can create a vicious cycle. The more you avoid something due to fear, the stronger the fear becomes. However, engaging in proactive behavior breaks this cycle and helps to diminish fear over time. The educational principle of active learning supports this idea, suggesting that hands-on experiences and active participation lead to greater retention of knowledge and skill development. When you take action in the face of fear, you create a direct confrontation with the source of your anxiety. This process allows you to gather real-world evidence that counteracts the exaggerated fears you may hold. For example, if you fear public speaking, taking the step to deliver a speech, even in a small, informal setting, provides first-hand experience that can help reframe your understanding of the situation. Instead of relying on hypothetical fears, you gather data from your experience. Was the audience supportive? Did you perform better than you expected? This evidence helps to mitigate the power of fear by showing you that it is often based on overblown perceptions rather than reality. Psychological research supports the idea of exposure therapy, where individuals gradually confront their fears through systematic desensitization. By taking small, manageable actions toward a fear, individuals can slowly reduce their anxiety levels. For instance, if someone fears social situations, they might start by initiating a conversation with a stranger, then progress to attending a larger social gathering. Each small step builds confidence and reduces fear, reinforcing the idea that action leads to empowerment. Another important aspect of taking action is the concept of self-advocacy. Engaging actively in situations that provoke fear helps you develop a sense of agency over your life. According to social psychology, a sense of control is crucial for mental well-being. When you take action, you reclaim power over your fears and circumstances, shifting from a passive state of avoidance to an active role in your life. This shift helps develop resilience, as each successful action taken reinforces the belief that you can handle challenges and that your efforts lead to positive outcomes. In addition, the act of taking action cultivates a growth mindset, a concept introduced by psychologist Carol Dweck. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, persistence, and learning. By taking action, especially in areas where you feel fear, you reinforce the idea that challenges are opportunities for growth rather than threats. This mindset not only reduces fear but also encourages continuous personal development, leading you to take on even greater challenges over time. Furthermore, action can serve as a powerful form of self-affirmation. Engaging in activities that align with your values and aspirations reinforces your identity and purpose. When you confront fear through action, you validate your commitment to personal growth and demonstrate to yourself that you are capable of overcoming obstacles. This alignment between action and identity fosters greater resilience, as individuals are more likely to persevere when their actions reflect their core values and beliefs. Finally, it's important to note the social aspects of action. Taking action often involves collaboration with others, whether through team efforts, workshops, or support groups. Engaging in these shared experiences not only reduces feelings of isolation, but also provides opportunities for social reinforcement and encouragement. When you see others facing similar fears and taking action, it normalizes the experience and builds a sense of community. This social support can further bolster your confidence and motivation to confront your fears. In summary, taking action is a crucial strategy in overcoming fear. It provides real-world experiences that challenge misconceptions, fosters a sense of agency, and cultivates a growth mindset. Each step taken toward action reinforces your belief in your ability to manage fear, ultimately leading to a more empowered and resilient self. Developing resilience is a crucial component in overcoming fear, and it involves cultivating the ability to bounce back from setbacks and maintain a positive outlook in the face of challenges. Resilience is not an innate trait, rather, it is a set of skills and attitudes that can be nurtured over time. Understanding the factors that contribute to resilience can empower individuals to build their capacity to face fear more effectively. One key factor in developing resilience is the practice of emotional regulation. Emotional regulation refers to the ability to manage and respond to emotional experiences in a healthy way. Research in psychology emphasizes the importance of recognizing and understanding emotions as the first step in regulating them. By developing emotional awareness, individuals can learn to identify their fear triggers and recognize the physiological and psychological responses associated with fear. For instance, Instead of being overwhelmed by anxiety, you can learn to notice your racing heart or sweaty palms, which are common physical manifestations of fear. This awareness allows you to respond to fear with mindfulness rather than reactivity. Another essential aspect of resilience is the cultivation of a support system. A strong network of family, friends, and mentors can provide crucial emotional and practical support during challenging times. Studies have shown that individuals with supportive relationships are more likely to exhibit resilience in the face of adversity. When you have people who believe in you and offer encouragement, it reduces feelings of isolation and fear. This support can come in various forms, such as emotional reassurance, shared experiences, or even constructive feedback that helps you navigate your fears. Additionally, fostering a sense of purpose can significantly enhance resilience. Research in positive psychology highlights that individuals who have a clear sense of purpose or meaning in their lives are better equipped to handle stress and adversity. This sense of purpose acts as a guiding principle, providing motivation and direction even during difficult times. When faced with fear, individuals with a strong sense of purpose are more likely to take proactive steps to address their challenges rather than retreating into avoidance. They view obstacles as opportunities for growth and learning, rather than as insurmountable barriers. Adaptive coping strategies are also vital for building resilience. Coping strategies can be categorized into adaptive and maladaptive approaches. Adaptive strategies such as problem solving, seeking support, and practicing relaxation techniques help individuals manage fear more effectively. For example, if you are anxious about an upcoming presentation, adaptive coping might involve practicing your speech multiple times, seeking feedback from trusted colleagues, and using mindfulness techniques to calm your nerves. Conversely, maladaptive strategies such as avoidance, denial, or substance use tend to exacerbate fear and anxiety. By learning to implement adaptive coping techniques, individuals can navigate their fears with greater ease. Furthermore, cultivating a growth mindset is closely linked to resilience. The concept of a growth mindset, introduced by psychologist Carol Dweck, posits that individuals who believe their abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work and perseverance are more likely to thrive in the face of challenges. A growth mindset fosters resilience by encouraging individuals to view failures and setbacks as opportunities for learning and growth, rather than as definitive judgments of their abilities. When fear arises, those with a growth mindset are more likely to approach it with curiosity and determination, seeing it as a chance to develop new skills and insights. Practicing self-compassion is an essential aspect of resilience. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with kindness and understanding during moments of failure or difficulty. Research shows that individuals who practice self-compassion are more likely to experience emotional resilience because they are less likely to engage in harsh self-criticism or negative self-talk. Instead of being paralyzed by fear or disappointment, self-compassionate individuals acknowledge their struggles without judgment and remind themselves that imperfection is part of the human experience. This perspective allows for a healthier response to fear, fostering a sense of acceptance and the motivation to keep moving forward. Developing resilience is a multifaceted process that involves emotional regulation, building a support system, cultivating a sense of purpose, utilizing adaptive coping strategies, fostering a growth mindset, and practicing self-compassion. Each of these elements plays a vital role in empowering individuals to face fear with courage and determination, ultimately enhancing their ability to navigate life's challenges successfully. Visualization is a powerful mental technique that can significantly aid in overcoming fear. This practice involves creating vivid mental images of desired outcomes or scenarios in which you effectively confront and manage your fears. Educational research highlights the effectiveness of visualization in various fields, including sports psychology, therapy, and personal development. Understanding how visualization works and how to implement it can enhance your ability to face fear successfully. One of the foundational principles behind visualization is the concept of mental rehearsal. Mental rehearsal is a technique where individuals practice an activity in their minds, simulating the experience without actually performing it. Research indicates that mental rehearsal can improve performance by activating the same neural pathways used during physical practice. For example, athletes often visualize themselves successfully executing a performance such as a perfect jump or a flawless presentation before the actual event. This practice not only enhances their confidence but also conditions their minds and bodies to respond more effectively in real situations. By employing mental rehearsal, you can prepare yourself to face fear head-on, reinforcing a positive outcome in your mind before it happens. Another important aspect of visualization is its ability to evoke positive emotions. When you visualize a scenario in which you successfully confront your fear, you create a mental environment filled with positive feelings, such as excitement, joy, and accomplishment. Psychological studies have shown that positive emotions can counteract feelings of anxiety and fear, leading to improved performance and a more confident mindset. For instance, if you fear public speaking, envisioning yourself standing confidently in front of an audience, delivering a compelling speech, can evoke feelings of enthusiasm and self-assurance. These positive emotions help shift your focus from the fear itself to the potential success of the experience, reducing anxiety and enhancing your overall performance. Visualization also serves as a tool for goal setting. When you create a clear mental picture of what you want to achieve, it helps clarify your objectives and motivations. Research in psychology supports the notion that setting specific, vivid goals leads to greater success than vague aspirations. By visualizing the steps you need to take to overcome fear, such as practicing deep breathing techniques before a presentation or gradually exposing yourself to social situations, you create a roadmap for your journey. This clarity reinforces your commitment to action, helping you stay focused on your goals despite any fear that may arise. Moreover, visualization can assist in developing self-efficacy, which refers to an individual's belief in their ability to succeed in specific situations. Albert Bandura, the psychologist who introduced the concept of self-efficacy, noted that successful experiences, whether real or imagined, contribute to greater self-belief. By repeatedly visualizing yourself overcoming challenges, you reinforce the belief that you can succeed in facing your fears. This heightened self-efficacy reduces the power of fear, making it easier to confront it in real-life situations. Another significant benefit of visualization is its role in fostering mindfulness and focus. In the fast-paced world we live in, distractions can often amplify feelings of fear and anxiety. Visualization requires concentration and presence, enabling you to quiet your mind and focus solely on your desired outcome. Mindfulness practices, which have gained popularity in recent years, emphasize the importance of being present in the moment. By incorporating visualization into your routine, you cultivate mindfulness, which helps reduce racing thoughts and distractions that can exacerbate fear. This focused practice allows you to approach fear with greater clarity and intention. In addition to these benefits, visualization can also aid in stress reduction. When you visualize success, you activate the body's relaxation response, which counteracts the physiological symptoms of stress. Research in stress management shows that visualizing calming and positive scenes can lower heart rates, reduce muscle tension, and decrease overall anxiety levels. For example, when preparing for a stressful situation, such as an important interview or a performance, taking a few moments to visualize yourself succeeding in that scenario can help alleviate stress and create a sense of calm. This relaxation response allows you to approach challenges with a clear mind, reducing the impact of fear on your performance. It's essential to note that visualization is most effective when combined with consistent practice. Like any skill, the ability to visualize effectively takes time and dedication to develop. Engaging in regular visualization sessions, whether through guided imagery, meditation, or simple daydreaming, can strengthen your mental skills and enhance your ability to confront fear. Many athletes and performers incorporate visualization into their daily routines, dedicating specific time slots to mental rehearsal. This commitment allows them to refine their visualization skills and develop a stronger mental framework for overcoming fear. Visualization is a powerful technique for overcoming fear, supported by principles of mental rehearsal, positive emotions, goal setting, self-efficacy, mindfulness, stress reduction, and the importance of consistent practice. By effectively utilizing visualization, individuals can enhance their capacity to confront and manage fear, leading to greater confidence and success in various aspects of life. In conclusion, overcoming fear is a multifaceted journey that requires a combination of actionable strategies and a shift in mindset. The keynotes we've explored: recognizing fear, taking action, developing resilience, cultivating a growth mindset, embracing emotional regulation, and employing visualization techniques, provide a comprehensive framework for tackling fear effectively. By understanding that fear is a natural human emotion and not a barrier, individuals can reframe their experiences and approach challenges with confidence. Taking proactive steps, whether through small actions or seeking support, empowers individuals to reclaim control over their lives. Developing resilience equips us with the tools to bounce back from setbacks, while a growth mindset fosters continuous learning and adaptability. Emotional regulation and self-compassion allow us to navigate our feelings without being overwhelmed, helping us respond to fear with clarity and purpose. Finally, visualization serves as a powerful mental rehearsal that prepares us for success by creating positive outcomes in our minds before we face real-life challenges. By embracing these strategies, we not only diminish the power of fear, but also pave the way for personal growth and achievement. Remember, the path to overcoming fear is a continuous process, one that transforms challenges into opportunities for growth and self-discovery. With determination and the right tools, anyone can learn to confront their fears and achieve their fullest potential.